What to do, my beautiful people? Welcome to Never Shop Alone. My name is Mars, for those of you who don't know. And in today's video, we are going to be checking out rng-gamez video on getting started on TCGPlayer.com. If you're going to be a seller like myself, I just started a few months ago and I have a lot of questions. I'm still researching how to do it and what the best practices are. So I'm going to watch this video from my guy Rob from rng-gamez. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's do what we do, baby. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what my boy Rob talking about.
Hello and welcome to the TCG Player guide on how to get started. So who am I? I've seen a lot of videos about people with like 500 sales on TCG Player trying to make a guide.
I mean, I'm not trying to make a guide, but I feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit.
And that's good and everything for everyone just getting started. But there's a lot of misinformation in all of those videos and a lot of like no real hands-on experience due to the lack of sales.
He kind of has a point. Like I haven't even reached level 3 yet. I'm level 4 yet on TCG Player. We're almost there. We're like maybe 5-6 sales away to get to level 4. And I feel like once I get to level 4, a lot of things
let me show you a little bit of peek behind the curtain. You know, like they say.
Let's see what I'm getting myself into. Huh?
I own rng-gamez. It's a trading card store in Central New Jersey.
Shout out to Jersey, baby. Jersey native over here. Okay.
On TCG Player, monthly, we process around, physically ship out ourselves, not through TCG Player Direct, around 10,000 orders.
10,000 orders a month. God,
would say. Our lifetime sales on TCG Player is around 130, 140,000. We've been selling for about 3 years.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, okay? Mine are like, we've only been doing it for like 2 months and we're okay, but we got to get to this level.
As long as I've been open. Okay, so when getting started, obviously you're going to be selling off majority of like your collection and things like that. So the actual money you think you're making is a lot different than what you're actually going to make as, you know, a business. Because, you know, you bought that card, you've been using it for X amount of months, you feel like you've gotten enough value out of that card or whatever it is. Now you sell it and you think that is all profit.
So for me, because, you know, I started with absolutely nothing. Not one single card. The one card that I did have was a Pokemon card from the Happy Meal because my daughter got a Happy Meal and I got Pokemon cards. But then that's a story for another day. We'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, I had absolutely no cards. So everything that I bought, I was trying to flip.
As you buy and sell cards more frequently, you're going to realize that profits in trading cards is very slim. So it's a volume game. It's a numbers game. The more you sell, the more money you make. But the more volume you do, other things sort of get in the way, like supplies and stamps and time and employees, whatever. It's just alone, you can theoretically probably do anywhere between, if you have all the like infrastructure in place, whether it's a thermal printer, inkjet versus.
I recommend, I got all that stuff, right? I got the supplies, I got the inkjet, I got everything. I got the stamps, I have everything. I've invested into this business, so he's speaking facts. Like if you're just doing it because you want to make a couple extra dollars, you're probably gonna not make an extra couple of dollars off of the stuff that you just put in or bought for your own collection. Because one, you gotta buy stamps, you gotta mail it out, you got to print the labels out, you gotta do all this stuff, you gotta buy things to get into it. But for me, luckily, I started this stuff as a business, so everything I just used on my business account. And
LaserJet, of course, all the other things in place. Probably realistically, with a full-time job, 40 to 50 orders a day yourself, if you have everything in place. If you don't, if you're physically writing every customer's name on the envelope,
that's what I'm doing. I mean, this is just an envelope, but I messed up, but I'm definitely just writing somebody's name on there. I write out everything. I sit there, package it nicely by myself, write the names down. At peak, when I first started, I was doing maybe like 6 to 7 orders a day, which was very easy, very cool. Took my time doing it. So I could only imagine doing 50 orders a day and having a full-time job with 2 kids. Are you kidding me? What? That's crazy.
obviously it's gonna
That's the
take you
minimum.
an immense longer time, like crazy amount
Yeah,
of time.
I need to
Stop
learn
it,
the
get your
tricks.
tools, get all the things. If you really want to take this seriously, you got to do things seriously. So
Absolutely.
buy a printer, buy good
Got
envelopes,
them.
there's so many other videos that I made and other people make about supplies and all that other stuff. But
Right.
as you grow, you're gonna not necessarily be looking for always the best deal. Like I was always looking for the best deal.
Yeah.
What's the cheapest envelope I could get? I don't do
mean,
that
I
anymore. I
really
go to
just
Uline, I buy
yeah.
windowed
Yep.
envelopes
Oh, I don't
for
have that.
$40 a case.
I just went to Walmart and bought a box of envelopes for like maybe it was like $3 for like 50 envelopes. That's cool for me because one, I don't have that many sales, so 50 envelopes, I haven't even gone through them. I still got a whole bunch left, but you know what I'm saying. So these 50 envelopes are gonna, of course, in time, it's going to increase the sales.
Just because
and
I
need
can't
to
be
do more
bothered
and buy
looking
more.
for all that nonsense anymore. I can't. I buy from Uline, I get it the next day. It's the
Right.
price for convenience. I can't
Yeah,
I can't
makes
be
sense.
doing that anymore where I'm going to Costco trying to find envelopes. By the way, Costco has the cheapest envelopes, and
Hold on, let me write that. Costco has the cheapest envelope. Let me write that down real quick. Okay.
BJ's, you get like $20 for a full case, but they're not going to be windowed. You're going to have to tape on your customer's information, which you could do. I've done it as of like 6 months ago. I was still doing that, but I can't
Oh, so
physically do
he's-
it
yeah.
anymore just because
He's busy.
time,
flexing.
not enough
flexing.
time.
Yeah,
and
nah.
not
Flex
enough
on, brother.
employees
Flex.
to do
That's what I'm
we
talking
need
about.
to do. Your strategy on selling on TCGPlayer is going to differ from anybody like me in general. Majority of the things I sell on TCGPlayer is going to be bulk and things that I've sourced from massive purchases from distribution, like wholesale deals,
Okay.
like closeout deals, not wholesale, like things that the distributor cannot sell anymore. No one's buying, but I will if I'm going to make 10, 15% on
Gonna make money.
20%. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're spending 70 to like 100 grand on a single purchase to open up and sell on TCGPlayer, making 10 or 20% is 20 grand, which will, me
good.
spending $100,000 on a single purchase to open for TCGPlayer, it'll take me maybe 3-4 days. A couple of people will process it, get it put away, and then it's off to the races. And then
Nice.
hopefully over time we make $15,000-$20,000 off that. But as time goes on, as you get different things in your inventory, it becomes harder and harder.
So with this being said, right, I completely understand this. Once again, I always say this: a very small business owner over here. I do feel like time, like this is not a quick money, get money real quick, fast type of thing. Okay, for this business here. This will take time. At first, you might make your first couple sales sell, but then things will sit on your shelf for a while. So if you put like $1,000, buy some product for $1,000, and you expect to get that $1,000 back on TCGPlayer within the same month, it's unless you're selling a super hot product, you most likely will not get that $1,000 back within that month. But not saying you won't get it back over time, because it's going to take time to sell stuff. People going to buy things, new rotations in the TCG, in the games and stuff. So it does take a little bit of time to get that money back, unless you're selling a high quality product that everybody wants. Or if you're selling a chase card that everybody wants, you can bust that open, crack it open, sell it, and go on from
But
there.
as time goes on, as you get different things in your inventory, it becomes harder and harder to track like a specific purchase with
Right.
the money you're making. It
Right.
becomes convoluted. It becomes too many things in at
many
once.
variables
It
and
just
stuff.
becomes an issue. So how you track a profit at that point becomes, a quarter to quarter, month to month, year over year type thing. So I was watching a video the other day, and the person was saying that like you want to sell sealed product, or you don't want to sell singles, as far as it's Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic. And if you try and sell sealed product for Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, anything like that, it's not really going to work out.
That might be kind of false here. Okay, I just sold some sealed product. I just sold like 5 boxes of Paradox Rift, right? 5 boxes on TCGPlayer because I had them and I couldn't sell them anywhere else. I couldn't sell it on TikTok. I couldn't sell it on whatnot. Nobody was trying to buy it. But the moment I listed it on TCGPlayer, gone, just like that. I listed 151 products on TCGPlayer, gone, just like that. Sealed products. So I don't know. Maybe it's because people are still buying these products, but I don't think it's not that hard to sell sealed products on TCG Player.
Down on TCG Player, you can't buy a box off of a game store or off of TCG Player and expect to make money off that.
That's
I would
true.
say at least 5 to 10 years. Any good
Well,
business, you need cash flow. You can't sit on that type of product for that period of time. It's not a thing. That you can do with your private money that isn't associated with the business whatsoever. You know, like I buy silly things like this. Like this is a revised starter brick.
I don't know what that is.
Now I know I'm not going to sell this anytime soon. It's going to sit on my desk and I'm going to enjoy it. But I bought it as an investment for me, for the company, for whatever. It's just going to sit on my desk. I know I'm not going to sell it.
Right.
Sure, maybe I'll put it on eBay for a ridiculous price, but I'm buying it for me. Same could be said, you know, with graded cards and everything like that. They're very slow moving. Depends on the game. Pokemon is a little bit more liquid than anything else.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Majority of the time, you're going to be sitting on things for quite a while. You got to be okay with that. You can't start anything in this industry with a very small amount of money and expect to flip it really quick.
I just said it. Absolutely right. I learned the hard way. I bought a case of Pokemon Paradox Rift thinking I was going to buy it. It just came out. It got shipped to my door the day it released, and nobody wanted it from me. Nobody wanted Pokemon Paradox Rift. I don't know why nobody wanted Paradox Rift. Maybe it doesn't sell too good. I'm still learning on what cards and what sets are going to be good and valuable. I'm still learning. So I bought it. I had to get rid of it, dumped it. I still made a profit off of it, but not as much as I thought I was going to make before buying it.
It's not really how this works. It does work that way with singles and with brand new releases, but this is me speaking to you, a person who doesn't have a store, person who wants to do this from their home. So how would you do that?
As of right now.
How would you do it with the quickest amount of liquidity as possible?
This is what I need.
Bulk and buying singles and buying collections. That is the most liquid thing you could possibly do when getting started on TCG Player. And really the key to this business in general is liquidity, cash flow.
Yes, absolutely.
You have to get the money out of the product as much as you can, as quickly as possible, to put it into the next product and so on and so forth.
Absolute facts. He's speaking nothing but facts right now. I agree with this 100%. Because in this world, a TCG world of selling and being, this is what your business model is buying older cards and trying to sell the older cards or retro or singles or the chase cards. Then you can chill out, buy what you need, sell it later, flip it, so on and so forth. But if you're looking for that cash flow, you absolutely need to keep flipping the money. You just need to keep flipping it.
Then you get into leveraging and all that other stuff. But you don't want to do that when you first start off. That's something year 2, year 3 down the line. You can get into leveraging. You know what you can move in a designated period of time to put into the next set. You know what you can move. You know your capabilities. Sure, sometimes we go over those capabilities. I've done it.
Absolutely.
Believe me. Go back in the history of my channel. I've almost imploded my business 2 or 3 times in the past 3 years.
Hey, it comes with the territory, right? It comes with the territory. No pain, no gain, right?
But somehow we always make it through. We always make it through because I work nonstop. If you think you're gonna do a 9 to 5 shift, go home and not work, you're out of your mind. Because sometimes, I do work 9 to 5 here and I go home. But what people don't see is I spend literally as soon as I get home, I sit on my couch with my laptop and I work on whether it's eBay listings, TCG, because we have 3 TCG players.
See, now that makes sense, right? Okay, I need to. Maybe that's where I'm failing at. I need to go on because one thing I did find out about TCG Player is, right, I'll have products on my site, on TCG Player store, just sitting there, not doing nothing. I don't touch them. I don't do anything. And this happened to me twice, right? So a couple of weeks go by, maybe a month go by, and then I finally go up there and update all my pricings for the cards that I have in my. I have like 500 cards, right, on in my inventory. Go up there and list all 500, redo them and everything. Take the time to reprice them, and right after I do that, within minutes, I get sales for the next week or so. So I think if you're under the level 4 membership in TCG Player, you have to constantly update your prices because people are going on there every day to look for products. So if you keep updating it and stay relevant, you will do all right and you will make sales. It's happened to me twice so far, right? I let time go by, don't do anything, don't get no sales, immediately go on there, update it, and then it boosts your store up in the algorithm so you can get some sales. I guarantee it works.
All have a specific purpose. Granted, we've been slowly transitioning from 3 TCG player accounts back down to 1 and being more intentional with our inventory on eBay.
Right.
As you could see, my eBay customers, we had over 10,000 eBay listings. We're down to around 300.
eBay.
Just because I'm getting more intentional with my inventory and streamlining the direct TCGPlayer direct side of things. So that's what we've been doing with our inventory. If you're my eBay customer and you're like, oh my God, what happened? That's what happened. We're getting more intentional with our inventory and it's working. We're down to 300 and something listings on eBay. I don't know what it is, but we're getting the same amount of volume of sales as I did with 300 listings as I did with over 10,000 listings.
That's crazy. That's
because we're down to quality and not quantity. I was throwing whatever, like it was fully integrated with Binder POS, and literally as soon as I did a buy list in the store, it would just immediately push it to eBay. That's good and bad. Like I said, we were getting more intentional with our inventory and tracking revenue. So you're gonna be like, hey Rob, all right, this is good and everything, but how the fuck do I get bulk?
There it is.
I've heard it so many times.
The question: how do we get bulk?
I'm seeing on.
I don't have any bulk really. I got a couple of Pokemon bulk, a little bit of Pokemon, a little bit of Disney, Dragon Ball bulk. I do have some bulk.
eBay, I can get it for, he doesn't know he's talking about $5 1,000. You can't get it for that. I'm seeing it on eBay and Amazon for $20 1,000. You cannot buy it off eBay or any third-party big platform, Walmart, Amazon. You can't buy it off that and expect to make money.
Yeah.
You're going to get things that game stores like me sifted through, got the value out of, and then got rid of. You're buying a bulk lot. It is a bulk lot. It's a lot of bulk cards. You're not really going to get cards that are $1.
So I'm not going to buy bulk on eBay.
$2 like we normally get off of things that customers bring in. Granted, sometimes we get those things too when I buy bulk. When I buy 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 cards off of someone, I run the risk of getting very low value cards.
Right.
Just, it is what it is.
Yeah,
you do get hosed sometimes. I'm not going to go sit down and go through 100,000 cards with someone.
No, I ain't got time.
They have it, I buy it, and then it's my problem. I figure it out. That's probably the best thing you could do when doing this. You got to figure out what works for you. What works for me might not work for you.
Yeah,
actually, probably definitely will not work for you. Because
well, hold on. I mean, it might. You never know, but yeah, I'll take your word at it.
Because I have the automation in place, the card sorters, the multiple card sorters.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Where I could
these are my card
process up
sorters
to
right here.
50 to 100,000 cards a day. We don't, but I could. We have other things we have to do, like running an actual physical store. If I just ran a warehouse where I was just pumping out cards all day, yeah, I could do 100,000, no problem. 100,000 cards listed every day, no problem whatsoever. With running the store and everything else like that, sometimes we can only do 5,000 cards a day at the most.
That's still a lot.
Which is fine. We hover around anywhere between, right now because of Black Friday, we're down to around 140,000 cards. We hover anywhere throughout the year around 250,000 cards in inventory, up
250,000 cards in inventory. I only have 500 cards in inventory.
Depending on if we've done a mass opening, if anything's on sale from distribution. So it does fluctuate from time to time. Also, if you can't find bulk, let's say you're in a desolate area. You live in the middle of a swamp. You're Shrek. I don't know. Amazon, you could buy things off Amazon and probably, if it's a positive EV, make a little money. You could do that now. Right this second, you probably can. Maybe not as of recently because of all the Amazon dumps that aren't happening anymore. But there has been points in time where you can do that. Even off eBay, there's been tons of times where I bought things off eBay to make money off of because someone doesn't want to do it. They want their money back. They don't have the time. They don't have the infrastructure.
So you're telling me I got to scour eBay all night to find cards that somebody... Now I got to find what the value of the card is and how much the card is going to go for and how much I should buy it for.
They don't have whatever to sell all these singles. I'll do that. I'll buy it. I'll take the risk. I'll do it. Granted, there's some tools that are now in place that some websites like Mox Alpha, we do have an affiliate code for that. So use it at
Nice. Go
checkout,
ahead. Flex, flex.
rng-gamez with a Z at
Flex.
checkout. It'll save you a ton of money. But it is an expensive tool, and it will go through and tell you the EV on every product that it
Oh,
has
that's good
in
to
its
know.
catalog. We do use that very frequently. A lot of stores do.
That is actually a nice tip. Go ahead and write it down, because that's, if you're starting out like me.
It's a very good tool. But even if you just eyeball it, like you go to Channel Fireball and you look at the set list and you do it yourself. That's what I did when I first started. That's what I did before I opened my store. I remember my biggest score, one of my biggest scores was buying the Chandra spell books. They were like, I must have bought 300 or 400 of them for like $8 each. And the Chandra in there alone was going for like $7. So I was like, whatever, we're breaking even on the Chandra. And if we get something else good, cool. So those are the type of things you have to look for.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions about TCGPlayer or anything like that? Whether it's eBay, TCGPlayer, even Amazon, leave it in the comment section. I will be monitoring it, making Q&As. You know, we do live streams every other Monday, maybe every Monday. So subscribe for those. Guys, it's not easy. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. It's fun, very much sometimes frustrating, not easy. Business is not easy in general. If you think, you know, from watching all these videos, it's super easy to make money in this, it's really not. A lot of people glorify, you know, doing this, owning a card store, whatever, just being in this industry. People glorify it. I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, it's a nightmare. If you want to really do this, it's going to be really time consuming. And you're going to be working for pennies. But with enough time and enough practice, it does become very profitable. And you become very profitable because of the inventory you accumulate. You know, we sit on a lot of things because we can, because we have very positive cash flow because of the things we implemented, the bulk operation, the Amazon operation, the eBay operation. There's so many cogs in the wheel, you can't just do one thing. You can't just sell on TCGPlayer. I'm just going to sell on TCGPlayer. That's it. You have to do everything, or else you'll do nothing. I hope this helped. I don't know if it did.
Now that helped out. That helped out a lot. That helped out a lot. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, support your guy Rob from rng-gamez, Jersey native. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that crazy stuff. But yeah, now listen here, okay? Me personally, after watching this, like, I still have a lot to understand, to figure out. But by selling on TCGPlayer for the past like 3 months, this is a trial basis. We're hitting the ground in 2024 running. Okay, I've done some research. I've done some things. I know some of the things that people were saying, like, hey, don't sell your cards under 25 cents. If the card is making, you know, if it's selling for 6 cents, put it at 25 cents. Everybody will buy. Everybody will buy. You'll buy it eventually. Here's my thought process. Don't do that, right? When you're first starting out, you want to get to level 4 as quickly as possible. So you want to sell everything that you possibly can. Then once you get to level 4, absolutely put everything at 25 cents if that's the case, because now you have free shipping at level 24. Now you have automatic, they update your pricings for the market value or whatever you wanted to do at level 4. There's a lot of different cool things that you can get that will help you out and save you a lot of time once you get to level 4. Me personally, I'm not level 4, right? I'm not there yet, but I'm trying to get to level 4. So all my stuff is under 25 cents. I might take a little bit of a hit on it, but that's cool. First 50 sales under 25 cents, that's okay. Take a little hit to get to that point where you can put, okay, anything over $10 is free shipping. So now every time somebody comes to your store, they're probably going to spend $10 or more just to get the free shipping. Okay. All right. Look, that's it. That's enough I want to talk about. Once again, baby, we are here. We are growing our small little TCG store online. Okay. The name of the store is Never Shop Alone. I will catch you guys in the next video. My name is Mars. I'm out of here. Peace.